Hi, Ingrid Geronimo here from Dancing Dragonfly's Wisdom, and I want to thank you for coming to view my 2012 Ascension Insights and Understandings Part 9. This weekend I spent a lovely day on Saturday up in Tamaqua, Pennsylvania at a expo that I had just found out about and was able to go and participate as a vendor. And I was providing Reiki and healing hugs to all of those who attended the expo and met some lovely individuals. We engaged in a conversation regarding the gifts that we all have that sometimes society or our parents, which are the first individuals that we interact with in the world once we come into the world, they have or play a great role in how our gifts develop or do not develop. And one of the things that I found with one of the clients that I was working on is that she has all of her gifts currently open, active. And we had a conversation regarding how she could best protect herself in regards to just ensuring her safety, because she was seeing things when she's driving at times and so forth. So in that kind of a situation, something has to be done in order to ensure that individual's safety. Now, I want to say that as we grow and we develop, these gifts that we have can either be enhanced, developed further, or we can wind up keeping them dormant based on whether we're afraid of having these gifts and what they might bring to us, or on whether we just don't want to deal with it at all. It might not even be fear-based, but it might just be that we don't want to deal with it. We don't want to do that. We want to live in the reality that we currently have, the reality that we see with our eyes, that we touch with our hands, that we can taste and smell, and so forth. And we don't want to deal with hearing things that maybe aren't necessarily visible to us at the moment that we hear them, or seeing things that we know for sure is not necessarily an individual right in front of us, but you can't dismiss it as not being an individual either. As we move towards this next evolution of humankind and who we are all meant to be, our gifts will become more prominent. They will be at the forefront of our lives. And one of the things that I have been saying along the course of all of these videos is that we must get to the point where we are so in tune with our bodies and with our senses and with ourselves that we are able to then distinguish whether or not something is of this realm or it is of another realm. As I said before, the changes that have been occurring for 2012 have been occurring for some time. And as I continue to go out into the world and do the work that I do, I meet more and more people who are questioning their gifts, their abilities. And one of the main ones, which I'm going to do a course on very shortly, being an empath, which is what I am. It's one of the gifts that I have that's the strongest for me. I have the ability to see visions and the ability to hear things. All of us do. We're all born with it. Remember, we're all born with the same thing. We were created in the image and likeness of Source. We are all the same, even though we differ in our development and in our looks and in our cultures. We are the same as far as gifts and things that we come into this particular existence with. So there's a lot of information out on the web regarding the various gifts that you can possibly develop, have, and enhance. And what I would like to admonish you to do is to go out and research it. and start really taking notice of when you see something that you think you saw, and you do kind of a double take and you're not sure whether you saw what you saw. You did see it. Don't second guess yourself anymore. Start trusting that inner knowing that we're all born with, because if you trust that inner knowing, it will never lead you wrong. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this. If you have any questions about your gifts or how you can develop them further, or if you want some guidance in that regard, please don't hesitate to contact me at info@dancingdragonflieswisdom.com. Again, that's info@dancingdragonflieswisdom.com. And I want to thank you. I will be back to you again with more information on how you can better prepare yourself for the next evolution of mankind. Namaste.